Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Can you guys hear me? Good morning, Randolph. Good morning, Adam. How are you? Good morning, Safe. Thank you, buddy. Hey, good morning, Pat. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, appreciate it. Happy Monday, everybody. And you know what time it is, right? Let's get this party started. You guessed it. Every day, we're gonna get this party started. So let's get set up for the morning session. Look at the different levels that we need to be conscious of on the daily, then start navigating our entry points in this market. So, what I'm going to do here while we're talking, I'll make a little bit of money quick. So, there's one right here. Order pending. And then, what is it? 25, 35, 40, 25, 35, 45. Here we go. Order pending. All right. Okay. So let's do that and let them do whatever they want to do. Okay. So the daily is, I mean, obviously we had that one huge reversal day, right? Which was somewhat expected considering the fact that the market got hammered for so much over the past few days. So we got a relief rally day. Today we have uh, Globex at 380. Let me see it actually. At 414, excuse me, at 414 Globex, market got to that level and got faded. And we have basically a two-sided market coming into today. And we need to see if we actually end up closing above Globex at 414, or we continue to kind of oscillate and drift lower, uh, uh, you know, in the market. So that's going to be an important thing for us to kind of see. I guess I got filled, right? Yeah, I got filled. Let's see what we're dealing with here. Okay, I got it. All right. So that's going to be that idea right here is that consolidation that we're seeing right now. Anything under 414 will garner a little bit of selling pressure. Anything above it will see a bit of uh, a continuation on the long side. When we move from that into looking at the 100 NT Rinko. So the 100 NT Rinko just shifted. I mean, literally, we came in all the way up to Globex and we shifted. So right here, the market at 332 shifted negative. The 200 was in sync with the 100, and the market sold off to the middle of the range. So where we at right now is an area where the market can resume its downward momentum. So we're testing that with small amount of contracts, basically one and two contracts. We want to see if this level holds, and if it does, then we're going to see a bit of a push lower back to target number two and potentially close this candle 25 points lower, which will be in the 70, 85, 75 zone. So that's kind of the setup that we have this morning. 3 minutes to the cash market open. And when we move from there into the 100 NT Rinko, we could see that the 100 and the 200 are in sync on the short side. And we are expecting a bit of a push lower if the market is so kind. But we're getting a bit of support around that 300 number. So that's going to be the area that's going to get challenged early in the morning. Let's see if we can get here. 3 minutes, 3 minutes. There you go. Exactly like the way you're supposed to. Thank you. That's just gonna get things going here. A little bit of money. Get us going. All right. So that's that. Money makes you smile for some reason. I don't know. Then we are looking at ES, right? So ES is the same thing that we're experiencing in NQ. We're seeing a channel on the downside, right? And that channel has multiple resistance level, which will help continue this downward momentum. And as long as we continue to trade below uh, 4012, then we are going to be seeing momentum on the downside. So we have about 1 minute to the cash market open, right? What is my plan? I mean, we had this one trade, we made $246. Okay, just kind of get a feel for what's going on. This is the first rally into the middle of the range. Typically, it's a high probability event right after the cloud shifts, not the cloud, but the 200 NT Rinko close. So it could close lower or higher. Typically, that first test of that middle of the range, uh, you will see a bit of continuation behavior. And that's what got me in to go short. Just kind of tried it with one contract just to get a feel for what's working this morning. And this is working. Now, as the day progressed, that first half an hour on a Monday, I am going to be an observer of price action. I want to see, like, here we go. Look at that bad boy. Oof. Nice. See, they put a switch trade right here. 200 and 100 are in sync and things are moving. Okay, so that first half an hour, um, patience is the key for me. I wanna I wanna just get a feel for what the market is doing. Target number 4 is coming up. Target number 4 is 287 and a quarter. Target number 5 is 254. 200 and 100 are in sync on the short side. So if we get up to that 321, the market will get out of sync. And it just did. So what would be actionable for me right now? If we break back down to 295, which is we just did that just now. Interesting. It's a bit of a fluctuation here. Okay. So they're playing around with that whole number 300 and taking out these stops down. I mean, there's a stop at that 281 that they can take. Wow, look at that. Nice little spear trade. And I'm going to just do one contract because I'm playing the game here. And 299 and 220. So here we go. All right, let's just see what happened. Let's see what they do. Dun, 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 dun. Come on, come on. Shorts are dominant. They are coming in very strong. 86, 96, 06. All right, let's see this. Ah, I'll take it here. Ah, yeah, there's another one right here. Let's see that one here. It should burst below. Oh man. All right, here we go. We took another one here. So successful trade, successful trade. So two of them in a row. I'm just playing the, just like onesies and twosies here. Nothing really big. Try and get a feel for what we're dealing with here. All right, so that one was here. Why my fill should have been better. All right, so what does that mean? Okay, so we're done with that idea. We're playing 200 and the 100 are in sync. We're looking for shorts in this environment, right? And they are another transitional zone. So there's a lot of activities, and all of it is sell pressure. 200 and the 100 are in sync on the short side. Just follow the trend. Follow the trend. Um, avoid trying to time the reversal. Just the trend is short. Just let's go that way. Very nice. Very nice. Good morning. Good morning, Gary. How are you? Wow, that's a flip here. So market made a double bottom right here, and we're within 334. Okay, so 334. So if we break that level, we the market is going to be in sync on the long side. Now, the minute the market went up to that 284, we were not interested in going short anymore. And we're waiting on, I mean, a couple of things could happen here. We could stop and reverse and sell off to 283, or we close this candle. And it seems like we're going to close this candle upward, and that will change the mode of operation for this market. 334, let's call it 35, right? 60. Okay, so that's what that is. Market is strong. All right, here we go. All right, and I am going to do that one right here, 20, and that number right here. Okay, and they're going to go to 60, or they're trying to at least, right? 27, 1707. Okay. All right. Okay. Here we go. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm gonna go break even on this one, just in case they're gonna do something weird like, reverse the 200 into Rinko. And let's see if I can get something bigger going on here. I am gonna lock in some more. Thank you. And 60 is where I'm gearing towards. That's where my ultimately my goal. I know you want to go there. Thank you. I'm taking it right here. It's gonna go to 60, but I'll just take it right here though. Here comes that 60, right? Yeah, that would have been it right here though. That's the first one. That's the second one. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, they got so close. Are they serious? Wow. We have a 100 NT Winco captain set up short. How did I not see that? Okay. Yeah, 210. That was yeah, 310. 310 was a captain setup short. So this thing is struggling a little bit here. I mean, ultimately, if they break 259, you're going to get a problem. Well, not a problem. You're going to close at 200 into Rinko. So the market is out of sync right now. So it got back in sync here, a pullback. Yeah, there's a little bit of struggle going on right now. Ultimately, this level here at 257 needs to hold. Well, uh, hey, good morning, Frida. How are you? Brutal, but not for me. Not that much. These are the trades that we've done. These are, and I tell you, I kept it very small this morning. Here, those are the. I mean, I just kept it onesies and twosies here just to kind of play around with this market. And that last trade was a nice one. Gave me $847. So we're up 1250, and I actually had two trades Sunday. Sunday, those are the two trades that I've done Sunday. So I'm up 2365. But let's just kind of stick to this to the day, and we are at 1250. And basically, I'm just following the 200 and the 100. That's it. So whoa! What just happened here? Like in 2 seconds, I'm looking up 259, 259, 259. So they flipped the market. Target number four is 197. Target number five is 152. Hands. Good morning, hands. Why am I wearing a bulletproof vest? You know why? I'm trying to dodge these bullets. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so that was a good one right here. 44, 45, 44, 54, 64. Yeah, that was a good one. Should have just jumped in. Sometimes you're not going to dodge them. You need a bulletproof vest just in case. Yeah, good job, Adam. It's everything is in sync. Good Lord, we got a captain set up short on the 100 NT Rinko. I mean, that's just an automatic for like 20 contracts. I'm sitting here messing around. If you got a small account and you want to trade only one and two, that's what we just did here. We had literally the maximum amount of contracts I did is two contracts today. So let's just keep working, keep working. It is 8:48. Yeah, after the room is closed, Adam. I mean, not Adam, Gary. Hey, good morning, Sheila. Good morning. How are you? All right, hyper focus, hyper focus. Okay, so that one was a good one. All right, and we're getting a lot of switch trades happening as a continuation trades, and we're getting a lot of follow through on the short side. All right, so if we break, which we just did, 258, market is out of sync. And then we have to wait for the market to get back in sync, which would look like a close below 222, and or we go all the way back up. But there's something interesting that's happening here. This is literally switch trade and inception trade on the short side in NQ. We're establishing channel number two. So that's going to be a very, very critical level for the remainder of the day. If we fail to close above 307 in this current candle that we are in, we most likely are going to see continuation trades that could take us all the way down to 12,130. So this market is struggling here. You got a captain set up shorts on the 25 NT Rinko, 30 NT Rinko. You got that big, huge captain set up on the 100 NT Rinko. You know, the market is taking a pause right here. I get it, but really critical for the shorts, for the longs to mount an attack and close above 300, or otherwise things can get ugly. All right. Market is out of sync. And in order for us to get engaged back again on the short side, we need to see a couple of things happen. One of them, a break below 44, and or I mean, that's the next stop. Or if the market is so strong that 309 needs to happen. 8:54. We have about 6 minutes to the top of the hour. Let's see here. 8:55. FOMC member Williams speaks. Yeah. We're getting absolutely, Adam, and I'm glad that you recognize that, and we need to act accordingly because this type of market is notorious for just chopping people up. So you got to take your quick profits and move on and under trade this environment altogether. Really, beside the William speaks, I don't see any critical news coming out. There's British news, TIC long-term purchases at 4 p.m. That's not really critical. But as far as the calendar, we're not seeing a lot of. Keith Callahan. Yep. All right. What you want to do? What you want to do? Let's go. 311. It's a party, all right. Today it's a party. It's like you're dancing with these people. Ooh, here we go. 46. If they close 46, then that will set the stage up for. Yeah, I'm looking at the 4,000. It's a key. 4,000 for ES is a key. I mean, if we need to shift the cloud to negative and start building signals on the short side in ES in order for us to start looking at that seriously. Um, let's see if they're gonna close this thing here. Yeah, they're gonna close at 46. If they break 46, that will set the stage for continuation on the short side. If they do that, here we go. All right, so now stuff is gonna get interesting. Here we go. 58, 68, 78. Okay, here we go, 78. That's the way it's done. That's the way it's done. Right? Boom. Thank you. That's the way it's done. Hey, Brian, didn't see you come in. How are you, buddy? Man, I'm playing small ball. I gotta ante up here. But see, I just want to show that you don't have to have a lot of size in order for you to make some money. I'm like literally doing ones and twos. You gotta be in sync with what's going on here. Two contracts, 700, 800, 51, 106, 246. Excuse me. So we're up 1967 for today, and we did two trades yesterday. I mean Sunday. So we're about 3 grand for Sunday and Monday so far. Let's keep playing the game. Let's keep playing the game. So what's going on here? I could call it a day, right? How's everybody doing? Adam, I don't know if you took advantage of any of the stuff or not. Uh, Up small, okay, good, good, good. Just kind of follow the 200 and the 100 and manage risk closely. It's a choppy environment overall. So 247.50, if we go to above 240, let's call it 48, then the market is out of sync, right? And we're just basically going to be waiting for it to get back in sync. And that's what happened in this rotation. And we saw what was going on. And be honest with you, excuse me, be honest with you, looking at this, I was like, okay, they're trying to shake us off. But when they did this shift, it was clear to me that that was a continuation pattern. And we started to go short into it. ES. If you get another candle down right here, that's a captain setup short. So a break below 87. Well, they didn't do it. Market is out of sync. They are out of sync right here. They are out of sync and they are coming back up there and they are messing with people. That's what they are doing. 85. If we break 85, the 200 and the 100 will be in sync on the long side. Yeah, this type of market, you just have to be careful. But ultimately, how did I not see that signal? Um, yeah, that close was supposed to be at oh 08. Why did I get out at 222? Okay, a couple things need to happen. Either we close at 234 or we close at the 85. One of those events will trigger us to act. Anything in between, I'm leaving alone. Yeah, Pat. Yeah, I mean, just watch, and if you have any questions, let me know. I mean, there's a lot of vocabulary here that you may not be familiar with, but stick around long enough and will all make sense. All right, so they did a number on everybody here, and I'm gonna go and do that. Order pending. 73, 63, 53. Here you go. Well, 53 is kind of weird here. 50, 46. Okay. Order pending. All right, let's see what happened. I mean, really, at these highs, you're running into a lot of resistance, especially with this captain setup on the 100 NT Rinko. So I'll take a scalp if they give it to me. And the next target here is going to be 83. Basically, 13. I mean, we're almost there anyway. Target number 4 hit. In the sequence, target number 5 is going to be 324. They just closed it up. So they hit that 13. Market is running. Okay. I'm canceling my orders. Order canceled. Not chasing this thing. Order canceled. We hit target number 4. We're close to target number 5. The price is extended. You're going to be running into this captain setup on the 100 short on the 100 NT Rinko. I don't necessarily want to be chasing this price, but the 200 and the 100 are in sync on the long side. So big picture talk. We are in channel number one on the short side, and the market basically put a switch trade right here and coming to retest it. That does not mean the shorts are done for the day. um, a resumption of that short into 235, meaning a close there, would be very significant. Now, ultimately, the shorts need to protect 362. 362. All right, so nice spear trade right here. Target number five is hit in the sequence, and we are simply going to be watching this and see how far the 62 needs to hold for the shorts, and the market is running right smack into this captain setup short right now. So typically this is the area where prices can pause. I'm neither long or short up here, just due to the fact that we are extended, and just a function of having a higher quality entry point. That's what I'm looking for right now. As long as the market continue to be in sync, I mean, it will get out of sync at 295. PLS 32 long. Good afternoon to you too as well from Dallas, Texas here. Um, Welcome to the stream. If you have any questions, let us know. Market is out of sync right now with this push lower. We want to see if two things can happen. Either we run back up to 334 or the market sells off to 260. 260 will get us interested in the short. Breaking back up at 334 will get us back interested in long. Anything in between? I looked at your post, Gary. Anything in between, we're just basically patiently waiting. Already am. Wealthy, huh? All right, so they're back in the long. Longs are coming in. They're coming in. What kind of shenanigans going on here? They are coming into that top end of that range. Getting a push. And target number two of this sequence is going to be 361. So the market disconnected right here and reconnected at 334. And now you're getting a continuation pattern. We are coming smack at the top end of the channel, downward channel. So what does that mean? That means here, I'd rather not be short, not be long. I want to see how they behave. And if they fail here, then that will set the stage for shorts. And if they continue to break above it, typically the next target is going to be Globex at 422, and you're going to get a back and fill and a retest of that channel. So right where we at is somewhat critical to the health of the rest of the day. A break above it that holds and a rush to 408 will basically reverse all this pattern. I'm going to let the market do what it wants to do. Ultimately, right now, it's in sync on the long sides, but I don't have any signals. And even when they show up, I'm going to pass on them. Well, it's that one here. Randolph, how are we doing? Frida, Hands, how is it going over there? Okay, two good trades with solid trends. You gotta take it. You gotta like it. All right. So a break below 310 will lead to the market being out of sync. Right now, it's just for me, it's just a function of waiting, listening, watching, and learning from this type of behavior that we're seeing right here. Don't want to get long up at these levels, even though everything is in sync on the long side. I'm just gonna elect not to participate. And if the market gets out of sync, I will give it more time to get back in sync and see what happens then. Or they could come to that 260, and then that will get us in sync on the short side. That is the plan. And it's early in the day too, but I mean, there's a bid here. Every time they come in and try to sell it, they come back and buy it. But I'm not buying any of this stuff right here. I don't care if they run it up higher. I don't like to buy at the top end of a range in a channel that's going lower unless you break that channel and change the personality of the day. And right now we're not there yet. We could get there, but it's just a personal preference at this point. I mean, the new numbers are both the 200 and the 100 are in sync on the long side, and the market will get disconnected at 322. The market will get to be short at 283. Anything in between? Yeah, that was an inception too. You want to take it, take it. I mean, to me, I'm gonna make a decision to be conservative at these levels. Ultimately, two things: you got to see the market, and it's important. Like today, be honest with you, that first half an hour, I was not gonna even trade. I was gonna just let the market breathe and then trade. But there was a lot of signals that were showing up. There are just simply like almost like a gimme. Like, all right, here we go. I mean, they're doing the same exact thing here again, so I got to get in and just take my money. And I just kept it one and two contracts, which is I cannot remember when was the last time that I actually went down to one and two contracts. It's been a while. I typically would do 5 and 10, but it kind of feels okay. So we made 5 decisions and up 1967 and moving on to the next decision. a bit choppy right here too. A little bit choppy. Market out of sync. Market is out of sync right now with that close at that 22 level. So they're facing a bit of resistance up at these levels. Kind of kind of a little bit expected. So what are we waiting on to act next time? Two things got to happen. Either you close above 60 or you close below 85. You close below 85, we're going to yeah, so the market's out of sync. Let them play, let them dance. They could dance all they want, all day long. I don't care. Get in sync, I'll play. You don't get in sync, I'll just leave you alone. The key here is to recognize when the market is not in a momentum environment and just hold off. You don't have to trade every little blip that the market has. I mean, you just let them oscillate around that little top end of that range and that channel. I mean, they're putting a captain setup short right here. Yeah, I mean, I'm not, whatever. So market's back in harmony. And I'll tell you, they're playing. They're playing here. They are playing. Well, they're disconnecting again. They're just playing around with this. And I just get a feel that they are trapping people here. And ultimately, it will be confirmed if they close at 284. Then we have to look at the sequence of events once we get there and see how well the shorts gonna handle um, the push, because a close at that 280, 283 will get a 250 close, and then from 250 to 20, and then a break that will take us all the way down to target number two of the sequence, which is that 134, and then target number three will be 38 and a quarter. So a close right here is the catalyst for that to happen. Captain setup, Adam. Um, I'm gonna send you an email that has the class that we teach on Captain setup. But ultimately, what it is, it's four or more uh, candles in a row that consolidate and you break in a direction. So, for example, you have candle one, two, three, four, and both of them hit the same level pretty much, and then close lower. Um, and that is by definition is a captain setup. You see what's going on here, right? The trap is set. 283, 283. Oh, here we go. Good for you. Order pending. You tricked a whole lot of people. Ain't tricking me. Order pending. Okay. Oh, 8, 18, 28. Okay, here we go. Let's see. We're just playing small ball today. Target number four in this sequence is 231, then 192, and the targets we just talked about. So the market right now, I'm interested in going short. Yeah, I don't like that 02 though. I'll do 06. 16, 26. Okay, here we go. Order filled. Okay. All right. So what do I want to accomplish out of this trade? 80. I want to go to 50. Here we go. Order pending. Order canceled. Can I get to 50? I think I should be able to get to 50. Switch trade right here would be nice. Ah, getting greedy. Getting greedy, right? But I'm not gonna canceling this order. That was a trade right there. And I'm looking for that flush and break. I would love to see that 50. And I think it's gonna get there, but ah, they're gonna mess with me, aren't they? They're playing around that whole number. That's what they're doing. I'm not gonna give him any money. Yeah, I mean, I think I got a little bit greedy on that one. But I want to see 50. I mean, I think it's gonna get there, and I had to hold on to it. Oh, they slipped me on that one too. Look at that. I was up like what is that? 20 points, 22 points. Okay, that's fine. We'll try it again. Guess I didn't want to take 400 bucks, right? If they put a switch trade, I'll get in again. I mean, they're playing around this. Ah, oh yeah. Oh Lord, it is hilarious. That's hilarious. All right, it's another trade. Let's see what we're gonna do here. I I I'll jump back in. I'll jump back in, make some more money here in a minute. That's a switch trade right there. In that rotation, I decided just okay, I'll take profits. I'm not gonna get greedy on that one. I mean, when market just goes in my favor 20 points, I'm not gonna let it turn on to a losing trade. So at a maximum, I will just kind of go break even on that decision. And now we are inching toward that 53 50 level, which is going to happen soon. I just need to get a re-entry, and I'll give it another shot. We'll see what happens if they run it up here. Okay. Target 62. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you. Let's keep playing. Let's keep playing. Let's keep playing. Captain setup with switch trades. Both are good for 25 points each. Oh, the 50 Rinko. Yeah, I got you on that one. Yeah, good job, Randolph. Good job, buddy. Let's do this. If you want to see what in harmony looks like, that's how that one looks like. So we made 8 decisions, and we're up 25-15. 1 and 2 contracts. Nothing crazy. And that's the only one was just basically was a slip plus a commission. And I was up like 20 points on that one. But that's what we teach, that's what we do. And let's just keep on doing it. So Adam, just send me an email so I could just kind of turn back and send you a response with the captain setup class. Okay. Not Adam. I said Adam. I apologize, Adam. It's Pat. Yeah, I was thinking about Pat. So what are we seeing here? We are seeing a continuation that's going to take us to the next stage of this rotation, which is right here, 50s. Here we go. That 60 happened, and we're going to burst into the 50s zone here in a second. And shorts and shorts and shorts. See, now we're hitting that target that we were talking about, target number one in the sequence. So what are we seeing, right? I mean, ultimately, you gotta say, ask yourself, what are we seeing here? That my hesitation, not hesitation, but my caution around trying to get long up at these levels was well warranted. Right here, it's like, Ed, I'm not gonna get involved in this. No way, no how. Waited for the market to close, looked for rallies as a shorting opportunities, looked for that target in the 50. That target in the 50 happened. Now we're heading toward target number one. And we said if that tests well, then the sequence of events can lead us to target number two. And that's 134 and a quarter. Okay. So what has to happen in order for this to continue to progress in that direction? You need to have the market to continue to trade under 334. So if this current candle reverses all the way back up there, that changes things around. So as long as two things don't happen, ultimately, an area where I would be concerned is 284. If we flip that, then I'm gonna start looking at it as like, okay, here you go. The market's out of sync. Let me watch this thing and make sure that I'm not getting trapped anywhere. As long as that doesn't happen, the 84 does not happen, these rallies, the minor rallies into this behavior is shortable. And we can see more progress toward the bigger targets lower. Yes, it's a process thing. Absolutely, Randolph. And do you know what? Don't beat yourself up over that one. It's just a simple practice. Like, okay, if you're trading multiple contracts, um, take one for specific target and just leave one and say to yourself the following. I want to see if I can hold on. It's not if. I want to hold on till the end of the transitional zone and develop the habit of holding on to that transitional zone. It's everything is a habit. Anything you want to do in trading is literally habit. Nobody's born a good trader. You just develop a specific set of habits. Right, we're almost to the top of the hour here, and things are progressing on the short side. Stay on the short side. This market is trending. And when will you disconnect from being short if we break 58? 258 will be a level that will disconnect this idea. Target number four is hit in the sequence, and that low is getting challenged, and high probability event that we get to 134. And let's just keep going. Yeah, here you go. Good job, Gary. Yeah, I mean, it's just, you size up in this environment while we're in sync, and you're gonna hit something. It's gonna really pop. It's gonna add up very quickly for you. Good job. How we doing, Brian? How we doing, Pat? Everybody, actually, for that matter. Where's everybody at? Just watching. Okay. Gary made a little bit of money. Profit is profit. Adam, good work. Yeah, keep it tight, keep it light, and just good. Just learning. Okay. Brian, how's Brian doing? Big hitter, Brian. Good job, Gary. Yeah, I saw that blotter. Yeah, I send it to everybody so people can see what you actually done versus just talking about it. I bought 1750 key accounts. I don't. How does this work? I gotta check on the Apex thing. So if you hit 3K profit, you mean you passed it, so they give you, they fund you? Is that what that is? Okay, I got you. Yeah, we have a lot of traders that done Top Step Trader. Um, I mean, you're doing Apex. Other people have done Lulu. I mean, there's a lot of programs out there that you could get funded through. This one seems a little bit interesting to me. Yeah, the more rules that you have, it gets a bit complicated for a lot of traders. I mean, be honest with you, and that's just my opinion on this one. Those programs are designed to just, well, not all of them, but the majority of them are designed to get you to pay that entrance fee and try. That's where they make their money. And but a lot of people got turned off from that, and now you're getting programs like Apex and others that are doing things a bit differently and trying to actually make it to where if a trader is truly showing promise, that they don't make it harder for him to actually get funded. Like a lot of people in the Top Step trading program, um, it's a good program, but it's very restrictive, and it's just like one little blip and you're gone. Adam, I think Apex, maybe Brian can shed light on that one. Um, if when you become profitable, when do they pay you? Is it after 3 months or after 1 month? Or I'm not sure. Is a scaling payout? So okay, 1 month I'm up. I mean, can I take my money? So after a month, I mean that's 25 days live. So it's not a calendar month. It's how many sessions? 25 trading sessions, right? That's another good question by Adam. Can you cash out the whole amount? Okay, here you go. We got a wealth of information coming out of Brian here. Thank you. So basically, they want you to initially to kind of keep a little bit of money in the account, just to kind of keep it protected. Then on the third one, you could start taking 100%. Let me put a link of the Apex place just for the people who are interested. That's that. And on stream, here you go. Yeah, I heard a lot about that Lilu program too. So what are we doing in this current market right now? I mean, it's a simple thing. It's just a lot of shorts coming through here, but they're slowing down. Um, Ultimately, they're pausing here, so there was a lot of stops getting triggered around the 200, and the market seems to hold on to it right here. So if we break above 233, that will be a disconnect between the 200 and the 100. And we should be looking for the shorts on signals. I mean, we got a couple of them here, but you could tell that the market is starting to get a bid going here. Because, for example, this transitional zone was very short lived and they flipped it. Then they came back and tried it again. And this one has a little bit more strength to it, but they're going to most likely flip it here again. So that tells me that the market is trying to absorb all the stops that they got triggered under 200. So in this kind of environment, there's not a lot of momentum, and I'm just going to be patient. I want higher quality events. Now, what would be a higher quality event? It's the fact that when the fresh reversals on the 200s, okay, this concept is very imperative for everybody to get. Is the market is a machine that constantly is feeding off energy. The energy is produced by the stops that get consumed, and which are the majority of the people who are on the wrong side of the market. So when a market is running up, and it ran up at two or from let's call it 200 to 377, it's 177 points. So there's a lot of unexperienced traders who would see this and say, "Oh man, it's a reversal, it's a V reversal. We're gonna hit the Globex, we're gonna go to the highs. I better get in here before I miss out." It's FOMA, FOMO. Let me repeat that because I cannot spell obviously. FOMO, FOMO. So FOMO is a disease we all have as traders, and it is the downfall of everybody because you always want to be part of the crowd, and in actuality, you have to think outside the box and think outside, be observant of the crowd versus being part of the crowd. So whenever the market got here, we have a channel. We saw the tiredness in price action. Whenever the price reverses, the highest probability of a swing trade is when you have a fresh 200 NT wrinkle reversal, because ultimately everybody that got cute with the market and wanted to buy here is getting rolled over, and you would really squeeze them if you run all the way to the bottom of that swing. And once you get there, you flush them, and then you probably reverse the market. And that mechanism is fairly effective at trapping the majority of people, and you just have to see through it. And the way you see through it is by developing a rule based system that says once the market give me a fresh 200 NT wrinkle reversal, then I'm starting to look for entry points. When the market has ran two, three candles in that direction, then you go from a swing trade mode to scalping mode because there's probability of reversal patterns to show up. So The earliest you are to this behavior, the more aggressive with size and uh, the capacity to stick around in a trade for longer targets. And as the price progress, you're shifting your mode to more of a scalping mode. So right now, the 200 and the 100 shifted, right? So we no longer are in harmony and in sync. So I'm waiting for what? Waiting for the market to go and close below 210. Why? Because when the 200 and the 100 are pointing in the same direction, that means the market is starting to make an actual move. Then from there, you could start looking for entry points. The market could, if the market rally back up to 284, you got a situation where you're going to have to start looking at longs, but I'm conscious of where we at in the channel, and I will be very, selective if I start going long. But those are the areas in which it will trigger me to act. Either you go to the 84 or you go below the 210. 210 will get me short, 84 will start getting me long selectively. All right. Sheila, I saw that comment that you made. Uh, and the advice that I would have for that is be aware of your thinking process, where your mind is at. And before you get into a trade, take an inventory. I was like, okay, what is my mind thinking? What is my mind feeling? What do I expect to happen? And take an inventory of it. So that awareness it's the first step of the process of you uh, taking a pause and evaluating the conditions that you are in and the conditions of the market. And meditation can does anybody that is into meditation like I am uh, sees the value of being very conscious of where your mind is at, because that's part of meditation is to be aware of where the mind is at. So that will really help you out a lot in avoiding some of these triggers that typically will get people emotional, like FOMO, for example. Uh, that's just the fear of missing out, and the market is running, and you just get in there, and not necessarily uh, going through your checklist of things that you need to be aware of before you get into a trade. Is the 200 in sync with the 100? Where we at we're at target number 4 and 5. Well, I'm not going to be as interested as if we are between target 1 and 3. I mean, that's just part of the checklist that you go through. All right, we should see a bit of selling pressure coming through here. I mean, right now the overall behavior of the market is, what am I waiting on? I'm waiting on the market to close at 220. If they close at 220, I mean, like right here, they're putting a switch trade and they're coming in very close to closing. Here we go, another one. So the market should go lower, right? And then we have a 222 close. If we get there, that will be a sign that the market is ready for a continuation trade on the short side. Then we will be in a position to start looking for entry points on the short side. I mean, that little formation is a good one to see. That is absolutely correct, Sheila. That pause is notorious in tricking people. Then it runs. So in ES, what can be effective is to really wait for the trend to establish itself and start taking transitional zone trades, almost as if that's the only thing that you are seeing. Just when the market is out of it, you're not participating. When the market is in the transitional zone, you're in it, and it reverses. Then you get back in here. You got a switch trade right here, all the way through. It pretty much held on to the transitional zone all the way up to here, and then it did another one. Every single one of them is profitable. Then disconnected. Now we're reconnecting back in. So that is, yeah, a more effective way of handling ES, or actually NQ too, because it's trying to capture the transitional zone is trying to capture momentum for you. Oh, okay. Here we go. Here we go. Let me see what's going on here. This is one. I mean, I could take a trade here.
Order pending. Order filled. Target filled.
Okay, I'm just gonna take a quick one. That's just in and out. And and so why is it a scalp here? It's a scalp here because the market is at an area that is very congested. Should have just taken 5 points. I took, I think, close to it. But nonetheless, it's a profitable trade. Let's see if we can get a transitional zone coming up here. And I will participate. I wouldn't put it past them if they flush this. That'd be 22 or be below 10. All right, here we go. Huh. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for a transitional zone. I gotta wait for a transitional zone to show up. It's not there yet, and we may end up actually breaking above 40 here, the way the market is behaving. So I want to see a transitional zone before I jump back in. Okay. All right, we're not interested. Let's wait. The 200 and the 100 are in sync on the short side. Here we go. There you go. All right, that's fine. Yeah, they're consolidating tightly here. We need to see a signal in this area. '29, 25. Okay. Yeah, we're not nothing to do here. The 200 and the 100 in sync, but they established a new transitional zone and a new cloud to the upside. So at a minimum, the market is still consolidating. The bias is on the short side unless they break 260. What would make me act here if we get a transitional zone short? But guess what? They did it here, which is fine, but they didn't put a signal. So just to have a transitional zone is one thing. You need a signal. Now let's assume they put a captain set up short right here. I mean, I'll play the game for one contract. It will be a scalp. You can tell that the market is slowing down here a tad bit.
Order pending.
Ah,
Order filled.
I'm gonna go break even. I'm not messing around with this market. Thank you. Ooh, I'm gonna take it lower. That's fine. That's fine. I'll take small money. I'll take small money. I will take small money. So why not big money here? It's just where we at on the 200. It's not a fresh it's not a fresh reversal first. Second, we're at the bottom of this range and the market uh the market is consolidated in the way it's behaving and it's quiet and quiet market tends to drift higher. So there's a lot of things going on here that tells me, hey, listen, if you're gonna go in, take your scalp, move on. That's a scalping environment. Don't look for anything big to happen here yet. That's 60. Yeah, break that 60. Things can would get out of sync. But I mean, that was a captain setup. Adam. I mean, not Adam. I keep saying Adam. Pat. Pat. If you're, that's what a captain setup would look like. The entry point is typically right at that close of the fourth candle, and off you go for lower prices typically, and you start managing targets. All right. So look at that little rejection right there. See, we got so close to 60 and the market rejected it. This can be a sign of a big move coming. That's that rejection right there. They trapped everybody in that one. Good, 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 good. Interesting the way they're moving now. 47. You can't break 47. Yeah, they're about to shift that to the 100 NT Rinko at that 46. We're very close to it. Yep. So the market is out of sync again. Hence, that's why you have to be very careful. That failure in the 100 NT Rinko was a good one up against that 60 level. So once the market did this, I'm looking for in this zone, looking for another transitional zone. And that never happened. The market just rallied up and started to push. So that automatically tells me, okay, they're not ready. They're not ready. So you have an environment plus an actual behavior plus a signal leads to a trade. So we had the environment, we did not have the behavior, and we did not have a signal. No trade. And that's why I paused from taking that trade, Adam, is is it looked good, everything was in sync. That's the environment. The behavior is a new transitional zone. It didn't happen. And then the signal, it did not happen. So I got one out of three conditions that will qualify me to take a trade, and only one of them showed up. I kept my hands in my pocket. So have those three things go for, in your favor to qualify a trade. All right, so market has
Order pending.
61, 41. Okay, here we go.
Order pending.
Market shifted the 200 NT Rinko to the upside, and this area is prone to pullbacks. You are running into the top end of the range. So I'm gonna look for an entry point on the long side, 68.48. Okay. And, but I'm gonna keep it kind of tight. Yeah, that was brutal, Adam. That was brutal. That's close enough, I guess. 72. I'll give it one more shot. I mean, they're putting a switch trade right. It was not a switch trade, but and then spear trade right here. I'll wait and see if we can get there. 76, 40, so 66, 56. Okay, here we go. All right, let's see if we can get a pullback. I mean, if they run to target number three, I'm gonna cancel my order. Ultimately, what we're looking for here is 85. It's to 320. Target number three is 315. Yeah, if we break that 315, then I kind of have to cancel my order. There was a trade right here.
Order cancelled. Order pending. Order cancelled. Order pending. Order filled. Target
Thank
filled.
you. Canceling this order.
Order cancelled.
I mean, yeah, we're gonna get a little bit more off of it because now the transitional zone is coming in. It's gonna go boom. I'll take this quick scalps here. I'll take it. I don't think I could have gotten any better fill on that one. All right, so it is 10:52. How are we doing? How are we gonna be done? This is our result for the day. We just played small ball today, man. If I just kept it to my 5 and 10 contract trades, I would have gotten rich today. But I just wanted to play the 1 and 2. So ultimately, we just followed the 100 and the 200, and we waited for a couple of events. Either right when the market turns the 200 into wrinkle, taking the first initial retracement to the middle of the range. That's trade number one that we've done. And we got rewarded very nicely for it. Okay. And we kept it small. The second setup is captain setups and switch trades. Those three events, uh, and just literally be patient and also wait for the transitional zone to build on few of those was the difference in us making fairly consistent, fairly stress-free money. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, Gary, yeah, I get it. And if again, I'm not putting 5 contracts and taking big risk. I'm not putting 10 contracts and taking big risk. I'm taking 1 and 2. So if you have a $5,000 account, this is within your risk tolerance of trading, taking 1 and 2 contracts. So you could build on exactly this type of trading, build up an account. So I made 3 grand in 11 decisions off 1 and 2. So if you have five, it's 8. Do that again the following day. And some days are going to be less than others, or some days are going to be a little bit of a drawdown, but ultimately, uh, the concepts are scalable all the way up to 100 contracts or more. It's just the idea is the idea. So you don't have to have a big account in order to do this. You just have to have the right ideas and scale them as you become proficient. Now, I mean, I get in here, I get out here. You got a transitional zone that just built up. Then a captain set up while I was running my mouth. And so you got a whole lot of things going on here on the long side that just became a continuation trade for higher prices. Yeah, thank you, Safe. Adam, I get what happened here, and the key to preventing it is not to get aggressive too early, too quickly, when the market needs to have a bit more behavior before we go into an actual trade. So it's a combination of three pillars to the trade: environment, behavior, signal. We had one of them, environment, and the environment changes quickly. So it looks like the market is going to really tank and continue to go lower. And I was anticipating that. So I had the environment. Great. I can build on that. An environment is not a trade. It never was a trade. It's just simply an environment that will be constructive for the next step, which is a behavior. So, what's a behavior? A transitional zone right here that will tell me that the market rejected the top end of the cloud and now it's ready to at least make a move in this direction. So, that is the behavior. Then, what is the actual signal? Right when the transitional zone is developed, you have a trigger trade, you have switch trade, you have captain setup, you have spear, you have a combination of multiple tools in your box that will get you to actually execute and manage risk. This behavior that they did here, they do often because it's the perfect trap. Because everybody that sees this wants to necessarily go short right here. Okay? And there was a short right here. And there's another short right here. But guess what? You would have had to quickly get out at 35, 36 and not participate anymore. And just kind you got to start small till the market proves itself before you go big. Markets are brutal. And, one slip can, it's all about, yeah, we're 158. Thank you for showing that. 158 days. Well, there's 158 days left in the trading year, which is great news. We have plenty of days ahead of us. And all I got to do is just apply these principles exactly the same exact way every single day. Yeah, I'm not doing anything that I'm not showing you here. You literally are seeing my trades as they happen. All right, guys, that's it. It's almost 11. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a break, get some lunch going, and maybe if things line up toward the end of the day, that last hour, and especially the last 15 minutes of the day, you will have algorithm that runs at 45, 50, and 55. And, in some market environments, they're very good to actually take those trades. So you guys have a blessed day. Good work, and you know what I say. Precision is a decision. And we will see you guys tomorrow, and we will do this again. You guys have a good